In our first Hansen vs. Predators web exclusive, we take you inside the case of Vincent Ambrosio.
Okay, the first thing that I want to point out is Chris. Look at Chris, looking svelte, clearly shed a few pounds, and good for him. He's looking healthy.
The 19-year-old surfaced in our Fairfield, Connecticut investigation after a sexually charged conversation with someone he thought was a 12-year-old girl.
Interesting choice for where to jump cut, I suppose.
He sent pictures of his genitalia and showed up with a knife.
Sometimes I want to cut somebody slack when they're 18, 19. But if, 12 years old, 19 years old, that's 7 years. He's sending pictures of his junk. That's very bad. Very, very bad.
You might want to feel sorry for Ambrosio. Even I did a little bit. But when you consider if I wasn't there and a 12-year-old girl was, something very bad could have happened.
Bingo, right there. That's the thing. I don't know. For me, Vincent doesn't come across as someone who's capable of rising to the occasion. It seems like he can talk a big game when it's through a chat or on the phone. He doesn't seem like much of a playa, so to speak. Well, we'll see as we go on. You can decide for yourself how likely you think Vincent was to act on whatever they discussed.
Take a look.
Hey, come on in.
There's that squeaky door. Still haven't found it within the budget to buy any lubricant for those hinges.
You found the house okay?
You're Jenna?
Yeah.
You look different than the pictures.
People always...
So you'll notice he's not only got the duster and the cowboy hat, but you can hear those cowboy boots clomping across the wood floor there. Don't know what his story is, but they're not necessarily in flavor country, in Marlboro country or cowboy country. Nonetheless, Vincent goes for the cowboy attire, not necessarily doing him any favors, but hey, nothing wrong with going your own way, unless, of course, you beat yourself up over it and feel like you look strange and people think you look weird, which is exactly how he feels.
Say that. I don't know why. Do you want a cup?
Okay, this is really interesting to me. He immediately sets his phone down and tucks it behind that pillar. Not a big deal, but it seems somehow seems calculated or something. Like, why is he setting his phone down way over there? And then you'll see he also sets something else down on the counter here in a second.
I like your hat.
Thank you.
The scene we've seen over and over while waiting for this video. The outreach, the one-handed reach. So what's he do from here? Is he going to get his hug? Not likely with the mousy one here. By the way, I want to point out that I don't know if this is the same day as other predators came by, but she looks a little less mousy today or something. She's definitely not going to take that hug.
Sorry.
No, all right, sorry.
We have all day. Sorry, I'm really nervous.
So is it me, or have they done something with her makeup here? She looks different. She looks older. Her eyebrows look, neater, but it does overall, whatever they got going on here, she's looking a little bit older than she did previously.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Bam. What was that? Is that, I don't know, is that keys? Certainly doesn't jingle like keys. Leave a comment down below if you know what that is. You know what he doesn't have that's missing from this outfit is a bolo tie. And I'm actually kind of surprised. He's got the rest of the getup. Why not the bolo tie? I bet he's got a bolo tie now. But here we get to take Vincent in all his glory. He's got the husky jeans on. The belt is a little disappointing. Of course, as I mentioned, there's no bolo tie. And the belt really should have a sparkly buckle, like a large buckle. At least he would be selling it more. If you're going to go this far for that look, go all the way. It seems to me that the shiny belt and the bolo tie are missing. I've never gone for that look. I'm just saying.
I hate the cold.
I know. I forget how cold it gets every winter, and then it hits. And...
Seems curious. Vincent walks back around the bar to set his jacket down on what, I don't know. I assumed it was going to be a stool, but now it appears that maybe it's just like a a table, an end table or something. But it seems odd, like he's actually trying to distance himself as well, like put a buffer between he and her for her safety and for his. I don't know, but he doesn't come across as very predatory in person. You know, he's 19 years old. I think he had a lot of fun talking to her online, but it's looking like in person, Vinny is shy and not very practiced, I guess, at meeting women, which, you know, is why he's talking to a 12-year-old in the first place. Of course, we've seen it before with a lot of the guys, particularly the 30-year-old virgin types that just don't have much experience with women. So interacting with a young girl is far more comfortable to them than interacting with someone their own age, because they don't have any experience, and someone their own age most assuredly does.
I'm moving south.
Where to?
I want to go towards like Texas, the desert.
Really? I've never been.
Me neither.
Watch this. We'll see it a couple of times. He's down with the bar stool. I mean, it's a very cowboy seating situation. He can just swing his leg up and over like he's bellying up to the bar, which he quite literally is.
But
So
I like the warmth.
that explains the cowboy hat.
Yeah, I like the warmth.
Yeah.
It gets too cold up here for me.
I don't know. I kinda
Mom
like-
wants to go to the beach.
You have no idea what he says there. It sounds like he says Mom wants to go to the beach, but I listened to it several times and I can't figure it out. But you'll notice he says, I don't like the cold, so I want to move somewhere south. But listen to what he says next.
So you're not a Four Seasons person?
Not really.
No.
I don't. I want to try Alaska. Me and my friend want to go try to live up there.
He wants to try Alaska. So, yeah, I have news for you, Vincent. You might not dislike the cold as much as you thought. But I want to put it out there to our frozen little princess and Michael from Michael's TCAP channel. If Vinny's on the loose and on the prowl, he may be in your neck of the woods.
I heard it's beautiful up there.
Yeah, he likes the outdoorsy stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you make these?
I don't know. I'm sure he's nervous and everything, but just the way he said that. What did you make these? Seemed kind of cocky or something. Take a look at that belt there. The V that thing's getting. That belt, it's working overtime for sure. Boy, I wish I could see what size jeans he has on there. You'll see in a little bit. The profile image of him sitting on the stool is he's a big boy.
I'm not that good.
Okay, he just, I believe, hit his keys. So what is it exactly that's, you can see it right there next to his phone. What is that item? Anybody know? If you know what that item is, please comment down below.
I like to bake.
Yeah.
Well, that looks like a burn phone if I've ever seen one.
My heart's racing.
His heart is racing. I don't want to knock on our boy Vinny too much for his weight, but I get the sense that probably his heart is racing much of the time. His heart is likely racing even at rest. Yeah, for 19 years old to be this big of a guy, he's not long for this earth if he doesn't get a handle on that.
Nice too. Do you want a water or anything?
No, yeah, give me a cup of water.
I have bottles.
That's fine.
Right there. Does she not look older than she did in the when the other predators were popped? She's got little rose pearl earrings, it looks like, and the makeup is done well, but I don't think it's making her look any younger than whatever she is, her 22 years or whatever she might be.
So what do you want to do? You want to just hang out?
I would love to know what it looks like inside that fridge, because she just opened the door in such a way that you could see the way it swings out, that he could see right inside that door, not inside the fridge, but he could see what was in the door. And if there's absolutely nothing in the door, that would seem to be a tip-off that, hey, this isn't a lived-in household. But who knows? If they can remember to put a camera inside a plant in a leaf, and to put cigarette butts in an ashtray, then they'll probably remember to put condiments in the fridge door.
Here?
Yeah, you got a TV?
Mm-hmm.
Sit and watch TV?
Sure.
Sit and watch TV. I get the sense that that's exactly what would happen. If anything untoward was to happen, it would probably have to be initiated by the female. Just my opinion. Vinny is a young guy, and I don't get the sense that he's a career predator or anything. He's again talking to a girl that he can be comfortable talking to because she's supposed to be a great deal younger than him. And if all they did was watch TV, I think that he would consider that a win.
Do you want to watch a movie or TV?
Movies?
Mm-hmm.
What movies you got?
I mean, we can just get something on Netflix.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where's the TV?
It's in the other room.
Are those red velvet? Hard to tell.
Here, you just hang out here for a sec. I'm gonna grab something.
Hey, Tex.
And there comes Chris. Hey, Tex, how you doing? Pretty good, Chris. That's what I would expect from Chris. I wonder how long he thought about that when he was on the other side of the wall there. What can I say? Hey there, partner. No, hey there, Tex. Ooh, Tex is good. He's talking about moving down to Texas. But I'll give Chris a B+ on that one. That's pretty good. I may not be able to come up with that very simple line, but it's certainly Chris could.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Why don't you come over here and have a seat on the stool, please?
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Kind of figure about it. No.
You hear that? Chris was quickly panic mode because he thought Vinny was gonna bolt on him. No. You know how Chris gets. I don't believe you're gonna want to do that. I think you're going to stay and listen to what I have to say, because if the predator leaves, that's like bye-bye content. But no, Vinny's a good boy. He's only 19. He's going to do as he's told. You could see Chris right there directing him to the chair, to the stool. And, Vinny's just grabbing his cap. He's ready to go around and don that cowboy hat and see if there's going to be a showdown.
Right over here, please.
Okay.
And there we see a good shot of Vinny. He's got some girth. There. You could see the jeans fading with the shape of his wallet. So he's had these jeans for a while. You can kind of see his shit-kicking boots there. Are those in fact boot-cut jeans? I suppose they must be. Can you wear regular straight-leg jeans and have boots on? I don't know. They don't appear to flare at all. But, I'm going to guess those are probably Levi brand. And also, notice his pocket right there. What is that little clip? Well, that is a pocket knife, which we're going to see here in a second. But, plum-colored shirt, not very flattering. The belt there is probably on its last notch. He's almost got it down. Again, big belt buckle would be great. Bolo tie would be perfect, and maybe a turquoise studded watch or large turquoise ring. That would complete the ensemble. And I suppose if you're going to go that far, you might as well have a big black Bart mustache. But he's only 19, so he probably can't sport one of those quite yet.
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I knew this was gonna happen.
They all say that, don't they? They all say, I knew this was going to happen.
You knew.
And look at Chris. Look at Chris with his little smirk. He said, oh, you knew this was going to happen, huh? We'll see about that.
What was going to happen?
Somebody was gonna show up here.
Somebody was going to show up here.
It's alright. You know what? I have nothing to live for anyway.
Well, what do you mean you?
Life's a mess.
And here comes the waterworks. He's going to either legitimately cry, or it's going to be he's going to be looking for some sympathy, so he's going to pretend to cry. It's a very 19-year-old thing to do. Not that all of the guys did that. I mean, certainly we had other predators that were much older. Please, sir. Certainly we had other predators that were much older that were weeping, but I think those guys, they had a lot more to lose, and probably legitimately, seeing their life slip away between their fingers. Vinny here is 19. If he is legitimately crying, it's likely because he's imagining how his parents are going to take this, and it's not because he sees, everything he's worked for in his life slipping away between his fingers. Because certainly at 19, even if he's been busting ass, he hasn't had that many years to work. And I believe he still lives with his folks. So what is he actually seeing slip away? Not a whole lot, but if he is actually weeping, he's envisioning his parents coming down on him for what's gone on here.
Why is it a mess?
What is that hairstyle? This is a guy that he's never at risk of going bald. He's got one of those unmanageable manes that frankly shouldn't be grown out that long, because it just keeps doing that. It will just keep growing larger and larger. It will never quite lay down on his head. So if he grew that thing out 3 years, it would never hang down like a stylish heavy metal rock and roller or anything. It's always going to be like this big bush on top of his head, and not like an afro. It's just going to do exactly what you see here. It's going to have a slight waviness to it, and it would just grow large like a big helmet head.